And you also made another comment, and you said that Cat Williams he stole Mac Minister image.
No, I mean Mac Minister was a real pimp from Oakland telling jokes, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever because he'd be like, when a bitch, I was like, then he would have these stories, and I go way back with him. You know what I'm saying? And Cat comes along when he was Cat in the Hat. He switches from Cat in the Hat to Cat Williams when he takes his pimp game.
There was a pimp guy that used to be a pimp, but he wasn't anymore. He was a rapper now, and his name was Mac Minister. And he had been a pimp and was going to be a rapper. And I had never done a movie before. I was a stand-up, and I'm getting ready to do the movie. And so I was able to craft what a real pimp was like, what was too much. I didn't want to be stereotypical.
Right.
It was crazy as hell. When I was watching this interview and he called Faison a fat Faison liar, you know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, bro. That shit had me cracking up. Funny thing about it is Mac Minister from Frisco.
I did the research. I saw how many times people played pimps, and it was always something weird about them, right. I guess, because it's a weird job. You know what I mean? Right. And I wanted somebody that didn't seem like none of that he really thought it was a business and treated it like that. Mm-hmm. And so, adding those levels to acting is what all actors do if they're not Steve or Cedric or Ricky. Mm-hmm. Like, you're trying to create a character. You can't just be phased.
Hey, man, it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, man. And now is really the time. And first of all, I just want to say that, I'm staying on my dean, man. I stay getting my salati in. I stay giving Allah the props. But, some miracles have been, some miracles have been shown, in a way that, you cannot deny it. If you're a believer, you cannot deny it. So the question is asked, which of the blessings of your Lord will you deny? Because you see this shit, and I've been sitting back, analyzing, dissecting this shit, man, and I'm ready. I'm closer than the motherfucking Gillette shave to getting free. Right now, my case is in Nevada Supreme Court. You could go to the docket sheet and you can look up the case, and I'm waiting on a decision. Now, with that said...
Now, that's crazy, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, like, when I first heard about how they went out their way to convict this man and the shit that they was pulling, like his lawyer ended up testifying against him. How the fuck your lawyer testify against you? That's supposed to be confidential information and all type of shit like that, right? But it was a trip. And, it's crazy. I watched that whole Cat Williams interview, and I don't remember that part. I didn't see that part, man, where he spoke on Mac Minister, because I would have did this video when I seen that.
Y'all know, like I know, if I'm a white boy, I'm on the street. Because there's no way in the world that I could be a whoopee and a motherfucker got this overwhelming, clear and convincing evidence to show that these people put this shit together on me. That they orchestrated. And they got caught in a manner that they've never been caught in history. This ain't me just popping it. Look at the case. I've been yelling this shit. I've been screaming this shit for a minute, man. And, and I was yelling and screaming in a manner where it was certain motherfuckers that it was certain rappers, it was certain comedians, For instance, Snoop Dogg, Mike Epps, I'm getting at them. It's so outlandish. These niggas think I'm crazy. They want to help, but at the same time, it's like, ain't no way your lawyer testifying, man. Ain't no way the motherfucking judges are, gonna allow certain things to take place that you seeing, man. How they take your lawyer? How they put the lawyer on the stand? It ran them from me because they looking at me like, nah, this is too much. Ain't no way, nigga, you gotta be making this shit up. We know you got ingenuity. We know you got mouthpiece, nigga. We just can't believe this.
And if you ain't making it up, you done pissed off the wrong people, right? For them to go out their way like that, right? And then it was he didn't got the case heard, so he finally got the case to Supreme Court. You heard him, right? But he didn't try to do an appeal or something like that, or have some people somebody came in and they was trying to recant their statement, right? And the judge wasn't basically trying to hear none of that shit. You understand me? Like, they just wasn't trying to in any other case, right? Like you know, it's crazy. I just seen this female, right? She done stabbed her boyfriend 108 times in Vegas, I think, too. And what's crazy is she ain't getting no jail time. This was like 2 days ago. She ain't got no jail time. She got off on probation and some other shit, right? Judge talking about she was under marijuana-induced psychosis. Boy, she ain't getting no time, boy.
My teeth gray came with the evidence, man. You know, I prayed and I prayed and I cried out to God so much, man, that it was like it was a time and a place. This was a journey that I had to go through. Wasn't nothing I could do about that. You know what I mean? Wasn't nobody really, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers was running from me instead of running to me. And I had been, you know, for a long time, I was yelling and screaming, you know, getting at certain motherfuckers. I got that Faison, love Faison, get at me. You know, immediately he showed honor and integrity. You know, one thing about a real nigga, you ain't got to coach him on how to do real shit. You know, and he's a real motherfucker. You know, the moment I get on the phone with him, you know, he doing everything he can to help. And the first thing that he did that was help to show me that the nigga, you know, respect the journey is that I didn't even have to ask a nigga for no money. I'm on the phone, you know what I mean? And the nigga fed me for 6 months on one cash app. I didn't even have to ask him that. You know, and I know the differences. I know that him and Cat got differences, but both of them niggas is my niggas, man. Both of them niggas I've been knowing since the 90s. And you know, and I've been hearing about what Cat was doing, and I listen to Cat, and I love Cat Williams, man. Cat is one of the realest motherfuckers this industry will ever see. That he is the last of that. See, that's what made Richard Pryor. Couldn't get no realer than Rich. At that time, Richard Pryor was too rich.
Yeah, so it's looking like Mac Minister got some action at getting back. He say when he went in, his daughter was 4. She 21 now, right? So you do the math, it's a long time. You know what I'm saying? Period. But nigga, yeah, man, it's crazy because this the first video he did where I guess after he heard Cat and Faison, that's what he called him. He called Faison a fat Faison liar. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, so I guess this the first interview after him hearing the viral interview from Cat, right? So he ended up reaching out to Cat. He got in touch with him, and they didn't have a conversation. Those is on Mac Minister page. You feel me? Y'all go tap into that. But this was like a little update to see what's going on with Mac Minister. And shit, man, it's looking like he got action. Like I said, it's a lot of niggas who, of course, you know, he say something. He say a lot of niggas ran from him, right? And I'm sure it's a lot of niggas who don't want to see him out. I'm going to keep it G real. But that's common, too. That's common when a nigga go do some time or get locked up. The bitch is going to leave. The niggas going to leave. Everybody left. You understand me? So, man, it's crazy. I'm going to probably tap in to... because it's a part 2, part 1. I don't know how many parts it is of the conversation he got with Cat, but I'm going to tap into a little bit of that and see what they dialogue is like and shit like that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, about Mac Minister case being heard at the Supreme Court and him possibly having some action at getting back. Y'all let me know what y'all think.